Hello, everyone. Good morning. It is Sunday, February 18th, and I'm Laurie Barraco, and I will wait a moment or two for everyone to receive the notification that I'm live. And today I am streaming from my home in Bonita Springs, Florida. All right. So, hello, good morning. Let me know if you are able to see me and hear me in the comment area. And today I'm going to be talking about protecting your energy. And it's a subject that I've talked about quite frequently, but it really is important. So give everybody a moment to receive the notification. And then we'll just kind of talk about energy and what's going on with everyone. I started a little bit late because I was looking for a deck to pull a few cards for today. And then I got sidetracked because in this drawer that I have at home, I haven't been in there in a while, and I found some really cool things in there. Anybody else do that? You start exploring and then it's like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had this. I found two really nice pieces of moldavite. I found a moldavite oil. I found some really cool crystals. And I also found some other decks. But yeah, I started to go down that rabbit hole and I thought, oh, shoot, it's 10 o'clock. And just in case you hear a little barking, someone's going to be coming inside in a moment. So don't mind that. Don't mind Ralphie and Luna barking. Let me do this too. I'm also going to silence my volume here, put it on mute. There we go, in case my computer starts dinging. So good morning and hello, Anne. Hello, Tony. And Tony, congratulations on the new center in Cape Coral. It's Ascension, right? Can you type it in, the name of your center, and I will get on out there hopefully within the next couple of weeks. It's a little bit of a trek from here, but I definitely want to stop by and say hello, and I want to make sure you're there. So congratulations and good morning, everybody. So all right, I'm going to drop in the link as well for some of the material that I'll be going over. I posted a blog about protecting your energy, and it is something that is so important for all of us. And I talk about it all the time, but we do forget about this quite frequently. So there goes Luna. She's a really good guard dog. It's Ascension Healing Center. There you go. Thank you. Thanks, Tony, and you're very welcome. It really is important that we support each other because no one place is going to be able to facilitate all the clients. No, and not everybody is able to make it to a certain location and so on and so forth, because maybe you need to run in and pick up some sage. Maybe you just feel like going in and you're drawn to one of your favorite crystal shop or your metaphysical shop to get maybe a new book or a new deck or maybe a healing session. And so it really is important that we all support each other. And yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. So good morning, everybody. So we're going to take a moment and I'm going to set the space with all of us. And then I'm going to go into working with our energy. And I'll share some of the things I do here at home. Yes, we do all need each other to support each other. We all have different flavors. We have all different gifts and knowledge that we can share with others for sure. All right, so I'm going to set the space. And we'll all just take a moment. Let's all just breathe for a moment, centering ourselves, connecting with our divine self, our inner space. As we all connect here through the World Wide Web, whether you're watching live or you're watching later, just take this moment to honor where you're at. And this is a big one that's come up for so many of us. And this came through in the Crystal Bowl meditation the other night that I hosted. Where am I at these days? Am I not centered? Are my thoughts racing? Am I not sleeping well? Am I really grumpy? Am I really happy? Do I feel at peace? What's going on these days? Just kind of take a moment, just take your temperature, your inner temperature, and then set the intention for to be guided, to be led, to be aligned with the know-how, the tools, the wisdom, the strength, the courage, the wisdom to navigate through the areas of challenge and to have the courage and wisdom to be able to step into the experiences that we know light us up, letting go of fear, releasing fear, telling the mind to relax, right? Yeah. I can see and feel some of you, your wheels are spinning these days. Wheels are spinning. It's like I'm trying to get some traction, not able to get some traction at this time. So just honor that where you're at. Yeah. And so I ask that we all connect in, being supported as a community, whether we see each other, we don't see each other. I want to acknowledge a dear friend over the years for actually over 20 years. I've known her for over 20 years. To honor Kathy Snicker, beautiful soul who has transitioned. Love you, Kathy. I am honored to have been a part of your life and sending love and healing to those who love her and who are missing her. And so it is. All right. All right, everybody. So good morning. And it is a kind of rainy, misty, kind of windy, little bit of a blustery day down here. And I know there are other parts of the country that are dealing with a lot of weather. So for me, I'll be heading in a little later. Pam has her Reiki 1-2 at the Bonita store. So I'm going to head in around 6, but to help close up. But I'm probably going to be reading a book today, connect with some family. And it's days like these, I'd like to get out some of the books or cards or things that I have kind of tucked aside for a rainy day, right? And I use it to try to recharge my battery. So the topic today is protecting your energy and honoring it, why it's so important. All of the things that I just mentioned, such as feeling overwhelmed or feel like you're spinning your wheels, right? If we can tune in with our mind, body, spirit, our energy. And what is our energy, right? It's our vibration. It's who we are in the other realms outside of the physical body, right? We exist in there are many different aspects of us. There's an emotional body, mental body, spiritual body, astral body, right? And then there's the physical body. And we exist in all of these different realms and these different aspects of ourselves. So when we talk about our energy, that's a big term that we use a lot in the conscious living field, right? Our energy. I do want to know, what are some of your thoughts about energy? When you say my energy, what does that refer to for you? And who here uses that term a lot? I know I do. I use it all the time. And then I sometimes think, oh, well, this person just said that they were newer to conscious living. So maybe I need to kind of think about that a little bit and rephrase that in a way that they can relate to how I am sharing and what I'm referencing. So give everybody a moment there to share about our energy. So when I find myself looping, spinning my wheels, being really grumpy, just out of sorts, not feeling like I'm settled in, it usually has to do with my energy, my mind, body, my spirit, whether I'm carrying the burdens that I don't need to be carrying, or maybe there are some like astral boogers hanging to me, right? When we connect with people, places, and things, we energetically connect with that person, place, or thing, or belief system. It's all energy, vibration, frequency. And sometimes it sticks to us. We're not aware that, oh, I just connected and kind of picked up and linked in with some of that consciousness of that thought, right? I linked in and I on some level had an emotion or a resonance with it, and I'm carrying it now. Does that make a little bit of sense? Right? So we can do this knowingly and not knowingly. And that's why every once in a while, it's a really good idea to clean things up here on the inner planes and in the outer planes. And so I'm going to talk about a few products, and I'm going to talk about a few different ways of working through all of this. Hey there. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Okay, so on to the blog, which I did share the link. So protecting your energy is vital for both your physical and mental health, your emotional health as well. When your energy feels depleted, it can have a negative ripple effect across all areas of your life. Maintaining strong energetic boundaries allows you to operate at your highest potential. So to think or believe or to expect that we are going to be always vibing, high vibing, and all is really good with me and nothing can touch me is unrealistic, because we have different stressors. Every day is different, right? So our environment is different. Who we come in contact with is different each and every day. And when we take that proactive step of checking in with ourselves, where am I at? Am I grumpy? Why am I grumpy? What's going on? All right. And then we don't need to dwell too much on it. I then just go into my regular routine and so we've been really busy. I'm just going to say, and everybody's busy with moving the store and setting up and so on and so forth, the new store. So I haven't done a lot of meditation, and then getting into my space, my room in Bonita was really out of sorts. So to have it nice and clean and clear, I was able to light my altar before sessions yesterday, and it just felt so good, so right. So that's one way of like recalibrating things. And I was really able to connect in with where I was at. I was able to smudge, clear, light the candles on my altar. The space felt right. I got new curtains. I was like, okay, this feels like me again, and a different me, because I brought the furniture from the other space and so on and so forth. And then I was able to get into the zone of connecting and that familiar, really good feeling that we get when we're in that space. Can anybody relate to that? Right? Oh, thank you. Someone says, good topic. Thank you. And happy day. The new me, right? So there are other aspects. We're always evolving, we're always changing. So it felt really good to do that. And so it was that reminder that, this really does help you. Am I going to be able to do that every day in that space? Probably not, but I have my space at home, and it really is important that we make sure it is as clutter-free as possible. So that's also, I noticed too, why I would feel a little off, is that the classroom had a lot of extra product, or we were moving things around, and now that it all has pretty much its place in the space, that okay, we're feeling a little bit better. Barbara got in, and she's I've mentioned Barbara quite a bit. Barbara Bell, feng shui expert. She went in and organized the kitchen and a couple other areas, and then it just felt right energetically. So energy, vibration needs to move. And when we have a lot of clutter and things piled up and everything is not quite in its space, it does disrupt your environment. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to move on to more of the material here. So there are many side effects of not keeping your energy clear. These can include fatigue, trouble concentrating. I'm like thinking about, oh yeah, all of this is me, right? As I wrote this, I was like, yep, this is all me. Fatigue, trouble concentrating, irritability, anxiety, depression, compromised immune system, digestive issues, and even accelerated aging. It's like, oh, look at all those gray hairs that are popping up. You don't need to cleanse dense or negative. When you don't cleanse dense or negative energies from your personal space, it can weigh you down both consciously and unconsciously. Your vibration lowers, and it becomes harder to manifest goals and experience joy, right? Because you're not at at least 90%. You're compromised. You're just feeling kind of sluggish because of all of this that's kind of hanging on to your energy field, right? Does that make sense, friends? Yeah. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, I know if you're tuned in, you get this, right? You get this. You understand. Yes. So lingering stressful emotions also tax our energy reserves. Anger, resentment, grief, fear, and guilt can be embedded in our muscles and organs, eventually leading to disease and not feeling well. Making the effort to process and release these lower vibrations keeps your spirit light, Furthermore, exposing yourself to artificial energies like Wi-Fi, screens, and even hyper upbeat music can fray your energy nerves over time, leaving you prone to sensory overload, right? So then there's that other aspect of just having too much going on. And we do need to limit our Wi-Fi, screen time, cell phones, all of that. There are things you can do to help neutralize the energy. I know some people work with shungite and some people black tourmaline, some people with the those little strips that you can put, the neutralizers. They can help because some people have, they have jobs where that you have to be in front of a screen, and then you have the glasses and so on and so forth. But knowing when you're starting to feel that the EMF, frequency too much and you're on overload, then, you're paying attention to where you're at, and then you can shift it. Yeah. I'm just going to switch over here. Oh, so someone's asking, here is the link for the blog. There you go. There it goes. Let's see where we're at. Sorry, I'm saying, apologize for that. So lingering stressful emotions also tax, I already said that. There are small ways you can maintain clean and positive energy on a daily basis. Simple practices like smudging, meditating, singing, spending time in nature, taking baths, napping, and burning candles can purify your personal energy field. You also can pay attention to any relationships, commitments, and or environments that make you feel drained. Then limit your time exposed to them. Setting the intention to clear stagnant energy and bring in light will shift your frequency over time. A decluttered minimalist home can also allow for freer energetic flows. So here's some of the things that these are my go-tos when I find that my energy is off. So smudging by burning or spraying does help. So smudging, you can have a sage mixture with different herbs. You can work with Palo Santo. Some people use cedar. Some people use blue sage. And you can also you can smudge or space clear by burning herbs, or you can spray, use a mister. Some environments are not able to smudge, so that can help shift the energy, right? Reiki, self-Reiki, or any energy session can help move that energy off of you, off the physical body and out of your energy field, right? So there's Reiki, there's some really great energy practitioners. There's self-Reiki, putting your hands over the body and allowing that energy to flow. Some people go for cranial sacral. Some people really nice deep massages, as I mentioned. So energy work can help you, right? Notice how I'm saying can. It doesn't mean it will, right? So there are things that work for some people. Some things don't work for others. And some things may work for you for a period of time. And then sometimes things work all the time, right? So just kind of, feel into that as well. I'm just going to go over to the comments here. Hi, Jenny. Hey, Jenny. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, so you can also use crystals such as black tourmaline, tiger's eye, hematite, black obsidian, and or selenite. So how can you use them? You can place them around your space. You can wear them as jewelry. Let me get over here. So I wanted to show you an example of what I have at home by my front door. I have a piece of black tourmaline. Now that's a piece of black tourmaline. Do you need a giant piece like this? Maybe not, but I wanted to use this one from my entry area. And then I have a piece of selenite that goes on top of it. And sometimes when a crystal breaks, like a selenite breaks, sometimes I do pile it on top, because actually this by the front door has a few pieces of selenite. Why black tourmaline? Because it helps. It's a really good energy cleanser. It's really good and grounded. The selenite has many different uses. I put that down there. So it never needs to be cleansed. It cleanses other crystals. So I'll put this on my black tourmaline and it brings in the light. It helps to it brings in the light. And as it does, it disperses some of that other energy. So that goes right on top of my black tourmaline by my front door. So when you come in, it's like you've got already security. You're already being cleared as you come in for the most part, right? Yeah. Now, once you're in and when things happen, then you might have to smudge and do other things, right? So just because you were cleared when you came in, I do want to say this. I mean, I feel like it's obvious, but you come in, right? You're all cleared, but then things can happen when you're at home. You might be cooking and burn yourself, or maybe you got into a disagreement with someone that you care about, and so on and so forth, and then your mood can change. But there are things you can do inside your home too, right? So you can wear crystals, you can carry crystals, you could put them in different strategic places in your home. You can work with intentional candles. There are many great candles that can help support you. So I'm going to talk about this one here, which is Evil Eye, which I also have in my notes as well. Using different symbols. You can use different symbols. Some people may hang, the evil eye or the Hamsa in the window. Some people have the witch balls or fairy balls, which are orbs, glass orbs that you hang in the window, and they help deflect negativity or things maybe going on in the neighborhood, right? Maybe you have a neighbor that you don't get along with and they're sending you the evil eye. That can help like deflect it away. You can see it move. I've seen one explode. I've seen it explode in a window. Nobody was around it and it just shattered. So I've seen that happen too. So you can work with intentional candles, as I mentioned, and you can work with different symbols. Two birds, one stone. So like the evil eye, which has been used for, oh my gosh, for a really long time. And so this is the evil eye candle we have, which has the two evil eye talisman beads, and it's blended with basil and rosemary in here, and they're charged to help with clearing your energy and deflecting lower, denser vibrations in your space. So you can burn or wear an evil eye. Some people wear like the evil eye jewelry, like a pendant or the bracelet. And as I mentioned, some people have them hanging. We also have the evil eye car diffuser too, or room diffuser. You can hang that in your car in the window. And it not only smells good, but it helps deflect the negativity. Because as we know, in our cars too, we absorb energy because maybe there's a lot of road rage out there, right? And maybe we are an offender, and maybe we're on the receiving end of someone else's road rage. And maybe we're driving and we're a really sensitive person and we're feeling that vibration as well in our environment. So candles, you can use them to bring in energy. They're like crystals. You can use candles for bringing in energy, releasing energy, enhancing energy. Same concept. And then we also have candles with crystals too, right? Not just the colors, but the fragrances, the aromas, and then we have the crystals. And then these are all charged as well with specific intentions. You can also use sound to clear your space, and objects. Sound such as your voice, toning. You can tone like Archangel Michael, his name. That also helps clear. Mikael, right? You can tone his name. You can use a bell. You can use a drum. I love using a drum to go around the space and just to clear the energy. And then it helps me really ground at the same time. But sound is vibration, and it can clear a person, place, and thing, right? Remember Mary Alice, she used to use her little bell to clear her cards. And she also used it to clear her space and clear herself. Oh, another thing I don't have on here is you can use a pendulum to clear yourself and your space. You hold that pendulum in front of you and let it move. And when it starts to find a really nice rhythm and you check in with how you're feeling, you could use it to clear your chakras, and you could hold it over in the body in an energy session, and you can hold a pendulum and move it around your space and allow it to do its magic as it moves around the space. So sound could be your voice, a bell, a drum, a crystal bowl, a Tibetan bowl, toning, music, mantras. So it's the vibration that goes and it shifts that energy of a person, place, or thing. Florida water. I don't have any handy with me right here, but Florida water is a blend of floral waters. And you can put a little bit in your mop water, and then you can bring in the good energy. It's cleansing and clearing the energy. And you want to make sure it's safe for your floor, of course. I wouldn't put it on a carpet, but you can also use it, put a little bit on a cloth, and you can wipe door handles and heavy traffic areas. Sometimes I might put a little bit in a bottle and just spritz myself with it, cleansing my aura, cleansing my energy field to help me with a higher vibration as well, shift that energy. Let's see, cord cutting. So cord cutting, we've heard me talk about cord cuttings quite a bit, which is where you, with intention, cut the cords of energy cords between people, places, and things. And it's a disconnect and reclaiming your own energy. And then it seals up your auric field, the layer of that is around your body, so you don't leak energy, and so that you're not as susceptible for other influences coming into your energy field. And with cord cuttings, you can use selenite to cut those cords with intention, cutting cords that do not serve me and sealing up my energy field with light. You can take a salt bath. You can use, I have a cord cutting spray. I have a cord cutting candle. You can call in Archangel Michael to help cut some of those cords too with his sword. You can go to an energy practitioner who can also help you do that as well. And there are a lot of different visualizations you can use, such as putting yourself in like a bubble of light and seeing like a sword or some type of object to come in and cut those cords that are hooking into your energy field. When's the last time? All right, I'm going to ask all of you here that are watching, who here has had a cord cutting recently? I have done that for myself to disconnect the outside world so I can, for when I go into my sessions. I also forgot to mention there's a copper ring through Life Technology. It's Slim Sperling site, SlimSpurling. He has these copper rings that you can use to help clear your energy. He has a bunch of different stuff on there. I believe his family, he has since passed. Hold on, I'm gonna look up his site. He has since passed, so his family has taken over the business. Oh, Lifelight. Hold on here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'll share this in the link here. There we go. So someone says here, I need one, and someone else is saying, I have and done some as well. Selenite knife. They work wonders, don't they? So this is the link, I believe. It should take you to it, to the site of the energy tools if you wanted to work with copper related stuff. And Jenny says she has one. She loves it. Yeah, I use that often. Well, now I have two. I think I believe I'm trying to figure out where my one is. I think it's in my car from the Fort Myers source. I need to bring that in the house. Actually, I might have it in the house. That's good. Anyway, so they do help. And so it's just better for me to send you to the site because I don't think I'm able to really get them for the store. It would be paying the regular price. I just send you there anyway. All right. Also, laying low, kind of disconnecting from the outside world, going into hermit mode and not socializing as much. And I have found that as time goes on, I need that time more frequently because I want to be able to discern what is me, what is not me. And I see a lot of people, right? We see a lot of people, a lot of traffic, whether it's if you work with the public one-on-one, or if you're out and about in the world, stores and driving and all of that. I I know it's really important, and I do crave that time to be able to disconnect and lay low, which is why I was craving that time to read books and just to meditate and to just kind of veg out at home. It really does help me. Anybody else craving that time to kind of lay low and just kind of disconnect and go underground a little bit? And I love people. It just is sometimes there's just a lot of energy out there, and I'm feeling overwhelmed because even though I know all of the I know a lot. I shouldn't say all. A lot of the tools to disconnect from the environment, I still like to just kind of get in touch with me, right, and connect with my higher self and my guides. Just see what's up. It's a good part of protecting your energy, essential part of protecting your energy. So I did talk about jewelry and the evil eye. You can work with the evil eye or some type of protective symbol. Some people use the pentagram as their protective symbol. And maybe, here's an idea. You can, and maybe some of you already do this, you can wear it, right? So this is a moonstone pendant. This is not necessarily for protection, but some people wear it where you can see what they're wearing. And some people might even have it tucked in where you can't see what they have, and it makes you feel a little bit more protective or safe. Maybe there's some environments that maybe your pentagram necklace wouldn't be welcomed. You can also kind of put it to the back if you under your collar, or wear it in a pocket as well. I mentioned baths, taking a salt bath, Epsom salt bath with maybe some Himalayan salt, pink Himalayan salt, and maybe some kosher salt definitely helps cleanse that auric field, and it strengthens it so that you're, again, not absorbing the outside influences, right? And then we don't want to absorb the outside influences. We can connect with influences, people, places, and things, but we don't need to energetically cord with other people. Even if they're the most positive people, we want to be able to maintain our own energy, streams of energy. Oh, someone's saying that was there yesterday, that they just wanted to disconnect and go with them. And Tony says she tries to make Sunday her day. It's so important to be able to do that. And now that you've stepped into a new role, Tony, right? A different role, you're going to see a lot of people. And it's really important that, because you're holding space for the healing of so many others in whatever field we're in too, right? Could be an office, you could be a teacher, you could be an online leader with something, that it's really important that you're able to recharge your batteries, because a lot of times we're holding space for others, right? And we could be pulled in many different directions. So spending time in nature, that also really does help us, connecting with the trees, the plants, the earth, connecting with the elements, having that breeze, right? So later on, I'm going to go out on my lanai. It's supposed to be nice and windy, and it's covered, so I won't get too wet, but I'm going to take a moment. I'm not going to, more than a moment. I'm going to not have music or anything going on in the background, and I'm going to sit quietly. And I'm going to listen to the sounds of nature. I'm going to listen and tune in and align with the elements. I'm going to smell the smells, the wet grass, the trees, the flowers, all of that. And that will help. I know it will help me recharge my batteries. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, being out in nature. It's one of the reasons why we're here. We're here on this planet to experience all the elements. I know it feels good a lot of the times to go on these wonderful astral, mystical, meditative experiences. But we are physical, so we can blend both. We are here to be physical. We're here to feel the elements and have the sensory experience. And at the same time, remember that we're connected to so much more. Meditation, that's the It's the obvious one, but a lot of times we're too busy and there are different types of meditation. Sometimes you may not be able to quiet your mind. Sometimes there's too much going on and that's where I suggest active meditation. So maybe there was someone in a session the other day. I suggested that they work with a puzzle, do some puzzles because it's going to keep you busy and you're going to be in that zone and thoughts come and go. For some people, it's very relaxing. So, guided meditation, walking meditation where you're connecting. I'm going to do a nature meditation, which is being quiet and being, right? That'll be my meditation later. Also, calling in protection guides. There are many different beings you can call in for protection, meaning to remind you to keep your shields up. And we all have different spirit helpers on our council that help, that are like bodyguards, soul guards, we could call them. And a lot of times we don't know what they helped with us with shifting our perspective or deflecting energies, right? So you could call in Archangel Michael. Some of us already know our protective guides, and I invite you to work with getting to know one of your protector guides. Some of you may already know who you call upon or who works with you on a soul contract, and this is before you came into this life. Yeah. Who here knows their protective guides, a protector guide? I have a couple that I work with, that I have worked with intention to get to know them, and where I was set the intention to be receptive. So I have a dragon protector, and then I have, I'm not going to say regular old spirit guide, but I have at least one other spirit guide, a Native American that comes in and he helps me out a little. He reminds me he's there, and he says, don't make my job harder. He actually does say that. So I'll give you guys the delay a moment or two. If not, that's okay. While I'm waiting for comments, I'll go on with the material. Establishing energetic boundaries is key. Visualize a protective sphere of white light around your body to keep out lower vibrations. So you can learn how to do that. Learn to say no when you feel tapped out. Release heavy emotions through journaling. Nourish yourself with whole foods and ample rest. When you make self-care and stress management a priority, you give your spirit space to soar. Mindfully building up your energy reserves allows you to move through life with greater ease, inspiration, and joyful purpose. Protecting your energy requires ongoing maintenance. It truly does, my friends, much like taking care of your physical body with healthy habits. But the effort pays off exponentially in increased bliss, better relationships, and the ability to turn dreams into reality. Make time each day to clear clutter, set boundaries, process your emotions, tap into creativity, and renew yourself through nature. Your energy is your greatest asset. When you keep your inner light turned up high, you can manifest miracles. Yeah. So I'm just going to check out some of the comments here. So their guardian, someone says their guardian angel is Misael. One of their spirit guides is Eagle Hawk. Oh, I love that. Thank you for sharing. And so as I'm bringing this up, it's that reminder that, it may have been a while since I've connected with them. Might be time for me to dedicate some time to getting to know them. So for some people, they ask, well, how am I supposed to get to know them? Set the intention that for the next week or two, I'm going to really get to bond and know my protector guide or guides, or who's working with me, who I have made a soul agreement with to guide me, to protect me, to keep me on my path in this way, and to help me from self-sabotage and so on and so forth. And so for the next 2 weeks, be really mindful of the different names that come in, or aromas, or certain synchronicities like number sequences and so on and so forth. And be sure to keep your journal nearby to document all of this. All right. Well, so hopefully some of the material and messages is were the what you needed to help set you up for being happier, feeling more fulfilled, more joyful, and in alignment with your destiny and your purpose. So what I'm going to do next is I grabbed my trusty Light Seers deck. I kept looking around at all the different decks that I have, although let me look at that one. All right, I'm going to pull one from here, but I am going to use this other deck that I forgot I had, that we have in the store that I was able to order again. So the one card from the Light Seers deck is the Ace of Wands, which is all about feeling really inspired, creativity, having high energy and stamina, crisp, clear, divinely connected as well. Yes. Oh, and you're welcome, Lynn. She says, I was wondering how to make that connection. I heard you, my friend. All right, so I'm going to pull 3 cards from here. This is such a cute deck. I don't have it online yet, but I have it in store, the Housewives Tarot. This deck is an oldie but a goodie, and I hadn't been able to order it for a while, and then I saw, oh, wow, I can get it again. So this is the Housewives Tarot by Paul Keppel and Jude Buffum. It's a domestic divination kit with the deck and instruction book, right? So I've opened it up. Look at what a cute little cover that is, right? And then this is the inside. It's like recipe cards. And there's different sections for the major arcana and the major arcana and minor arcana. Comes with a cute little book. I'm just kind of curious when I don't know when this was printed. I'm just curious to find out when this was printed. Oh, and while I'm looking this up, FYI, we have more demo decks that are we put out for purchase at the Bonita store. This was 2004, so this is a 20-year-old deck. Aha. All right, so, oh my goodness. These cards are so cute. So I'm just going to show you some of the cards. This is the sun card. Look at that. Look at how cute. Can you see that? That's the sun. This one is the 3 of Wands. Right? What a cute deck. I want to make sure I have all the cards out for when I pull 3 cards. Here's Temperance. So this is the mixer. There's joy and justice and instant anger, temperance, right? The Hierophant. Looks like a radio. The Hierophant. So how cute are these cards? Okay, so make sure I get them all going the same way. Here's the Queen of Wands. Oh, these are so cute. Okay. Almost there. Right, I think I've got them all going the same way. All right, I'm going to pull 3 from here. And then we'll see what our message is for this upcoming week. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. All right, here's card number 1. I'm going to put them all right side up. Here's 1. Oh, I grabbed too many. 2 and 3. All right. Here's 1. Whoop. Card 1. Card 2 or card 3. This is the energy you're going to be working with this week to get your energy right. This is what you're needed. This is the recipe for a great week. 1, 2, or 3. All right, so I am curious. I might just look and see what the book says here. I feel like it's going to be kind of fun. So if you chose number 1, you have the 4 of Wands. So the message in the book is reward, tranquility, relaxation, take a load off and enjoy a well-deserved Shirley Temple. The 4 of Wands is a card of rest and relaxation. You're swept away You've swept away the emotional rubbish and laid a foundation for success. Now it's time to enjoy the tranquility of an afternoon nap and to treat yourself to a drink. Rest up for the challenges ahead. And you can have a Shirley Temple. You don't have to have an alcoholic beverage. You can have a cup of coffee or tea. So this is the energy we were already talking about for getting your energy right. So if you chose number 1, you have the 4 of Wands. If you chose number 2, well, it is the Ace of Cups. So the energy is new relationship, beginnings, foundation. Lift your cup high and make a toast. The Ace of Cups heralds a new relationship in your life. Have you found true love, a new bridge partner, or is it just a new butcher who gives you the choice cuts of meat? Whoever that special someone is, a drink is in order to celebrate the beginning of something fabulous. Cheers. So we're toasting a new relationship that is beneficial in our lives. And if you chose number 3, you chose the Magician. Illusions. So it can be charm, deception, illusions, right? So this is something to be mindful of. New and improved, hassle-free, money-back guarantee. There are promises of the Magician, a charismatic salesman with all the answers to life's little problems. Unfortunately, these sales pitches are only half-truths. After all, a roast is only as good as the cook who prepares it. So don't be fooled by smooth talkers and sycophants. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. I know what the word means, but anyway, so if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So just be mindful of all of that, okay? So be mindful. So you do have all that you need to manifest, but also be mindful with your energy of people who are, so be mindful of people who maybe are trying to influence you in a way that you know is draining your energy a little bit. All right, hold on 1 second. There we go, taking care of that one. All right, well, that's the first time that's happened here. All right, so threw me off for a second. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the messages from this cute deck, the Housewives Tarot. As I mentioned, it will be in the online store. I have them in the storefront, and that is one that it's an oldie but a goodie. It's celebrating its 20th year in publication. You're welcome. Thank you, everybody. So make self-care a priority this week. Be mindful of your energy, where your energy is increasing, decreasing. And when we do that, we're taking our power back. We're taking back the control of our reaction, and we're being proactive, and we're able to navigate through life more easily. Oh, you're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. And if you're catching this afterwards, I also hope you have a wonderful week. And yeah, I hope to see you all soon. Bye-bye, friends. Oh, I did want to mention quick, there are a few events that are going to be coming up before I sign off. Just if you don't already subscribe to the newsletter, sign up for the Mystical Moon newsletter, because that's where I send out all of the things that are going on in the area. And also the website also has the different events. There's the Illuminate Festival that is March 2nd at the Doubletree at Bell Tower. The Sanibel Candle Company is almost like their construction's almost there for their new space in Bell Tower. And we'll have some products there. They're shooting for early March. I will give you those dates where we'll have some products there as well. Candace's fair for the Mystic Fair is Saturday, March 16th at the Etudes de Ballet. We will be there as well. And some of the readers from the moon will be there too. Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful day, and I look forward to connecting with all of you soon. Namaste. Bye-bye. Bye, friends.